So hello guys and welcome back to my channel. The majority of you who will probably be clicking on this video are going to collect your results tomorrow. And yes, it sounds very scary, but hopefully by the end of today's video you'll be feeling a little more reassured that it's going to be okay. I asked you guys on Instagram questions that you had relating to results day, and I know a couple of you sent in questions related to starting year 11 or starting sixth form. Done a bit of a Q&A, and I also have a surprise for you guys if you stay tuned till the end of the video. So the first question from you guys was, I'm scared I'm going to compare my results to comparing yourself to others on results day is something everybody experiences. Even myself, I found that at times I was always trying to find out what others got so that I could see if I did better or worse. And at the end of the day, it's not healthy, especially if it leads to you feeling worse than you already are. Results day is a very stressful day as it is. We as students are very good at adding to the stress through comparing ourselves. So as the old proverb goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Although you both sat the same exact paper on the same exact days, you don't know what that person may have been aiming for. You don't know the hours that person may have been putting in. You don't know the circumstances in which they sat that exam paper under. You don't know if they had tutors, whether their parents had to work endless hours to pay for books, to pay for tuition.
So what I was trying to say is that you never see the bigger picture. What you see on someone's results paper or on someone's results video is simply the tip of the iceberg. Never feel bad that you've maybe not got as good grades as other people, and remember that your priority should be yourself and your concern should be about your future. And if this means that you have to avoid social media for the day, then that's okay. Take the time out for yourself, focus on yourself, and maybe go back to social media the next day. If this means that you have to tell your friends that you'll need the day for yourself, never feel bad for prioritizing yourself.
The next question is, how do you prepare for shock grades? Grades that you were not expecting. So maybe you'd been working towards a certain grade, or in your mind you'd been working at a certain level, and then on results day all of a sudden it's not what you're expecting. Hope for the best and prepare for the worst. And I actually stole this from Ibsmo, shout out if you're watching. Hope for the best in the sense of being optimistic and positive about your potential, about your abilities, but also prepare for the worst case scenario. Say you wanted to do A-level biology, but you need a grade 7 to do A-level biology and you just miss it. Always prepare for the chance that you might not be able to do A-level biology. So I'm assuming that a lot of you who are going to get your Gcse results are looking into enrolling for certain sixth forms, certain colleges, certain apprenticeships. So always look for backup apprenticeships, backup sixth form, backup courses that require lower marks or lower grades than what you're expecting. In that way, if you do end up getting a shock result on results day, although it's still going to be a lot to take in, at least you've minimized the stress of that moment, because as well as being upset about the grade you've got, it's likely you're going to have additional stress because you're puzzled, you're confused about where to go next. So if you can generate your action plan from today, it will save you a lot of stress. Instead of you opening your results and maybe not seeing what you wanted and then immediately just leaving and trying to avoid dealing with the situation, maybe go outside for a breather, maybe go to the toilets if you need a minute, and then when you've calmed yourself down or when you've kind of got to grips with the situation, maybe stay behind in school and speak to teachers. It's incredibly important. Teachers are mostly there to obviously celebrate and support you, but also maybe if you didn't get the outcome that you wanted, they're there to help you look for alternative routes to what you want to do. It could be alternative routes into subjects or areas that you want to study, or this can simply be guidance on getting papers remarked, guidance on maybe getting your papers, say if you've drastically missed the grade that you need, guidance on what to do next in terms of resitting the next year and maybe getting your papers back. So the next question was, what's the best way to open your results? E.g., should I do it or get my mom to do it and read it out? So this is an interesting one because both results days that I've had, I've always had a plan of action of how I'm going to open my results, and it never ends up going according to the plan I've had in my head. It's okay to maybe not open them in school and go home, open them, and then if things go well, great, and if things don't go too well, maybe ring up the school or go back into school. Or if you're comfortable with it, then I'd say get to school and open them. What helped me was being surrounded by my friends. It's quite comforting actually. So when I got to school, I was planning to do a live reaction outside of the school, but it didn't go to plan. But I was with my friends, I was with teachers who had known me for a long time. So although it was a lot of pressure, I was also comforted by their presence, if that kind of makes sense. So if you feel comfortable with your mom opening your results, then go for it. It's absolutely up to you, but I can tell you now that tomorrow, like, you think you're gonna do a certain thing, I don't know, results day has this effect on people. So the next question is posting your results on social media showing off. Now this is a very subjective one because I think it all depends on your intentions. I shared my results on social media because I was proud of them, I'd worked hard for them, and also I have a platform where I like to help people with study tips and motivate them to do well academically. So I sort of found it ideal to share my results online, but I never had the intentions of bragging. But no, I don't think you should ever feel like you're showing off or that you're being full of yourself. No one should make you feel bad about it. Now, the next question is, what should you do the night before your results come out? I think spending the day doing something other than staying at home by yourself is ideal, because when you stay at home by yourself, you tell yourself you're not going to think about results day, but your conscious has a very smart way of always bringing back your thoughts to results day. Results day eve is in a few hours from when I should be posting this video, but yes, try and spend time either with family, I don't know, even if you want to go back to black and white, the old days, try and have game of cards with your family or something, FaceTime your friends, stay over at your friend's house, just spend the day out of the house or away from being by yourself. So the next question follows on from the previous one, and this is, what should you do on the morning of results day? So if you guys saw my vlog, I will link it up here. The morning of results day was quite hectic for me because obviously I was vlogging it, but it was quite nice to also vlog it because my attention was taken away from these imminent results and it was put towards doing something else. And I also spent the morning speaking to my friend Michelle, like definitely relieved the pressure, and it was also an exciting experience because both of you are going through the same. I'd also recommend maybe spending 5 to 10 minutes meditating, praying, whatever suits you, so that you just have the opportunity to sit down, come to grips with the reality of the day, and just to kind of mentally reset yourself and prepare yourself for the day ahead. But yes, try to have breakfast, try to shower, try to look after yourself. Again, easier said than done. We tend to neglect ourselves because our mind is so focused on our results. So the last question I received was less results day orientated, but more looking into the future orientated, starting year 11 tips, but also tips for you guys who are getting your results tomorrow and are going to start sixth form, college, or even apprenticeships. So when it comes to starting a new year, of course, like any other year, it's always important to reset yourself, re-energize yourself. Summer's coming to an end and I'm hoping it was a very restful one for you guys. If you haven't had a restful summer, just take these final weeks to kind of mentally prepare yourself for the year ahead. It's going to be a hectic one, especially if you're going to year 11 and year 12. It's going to be a change of environment, a change of pace. But what I would recommend is maybe watching a few study tube videos like this, which do give experiences of how they found year 11 or year 12. I especially find them helpful. Maybe start doing your research into your course. So say if you're like me and you're doing biology, chemistry and maths for A-level, maybe start looking into the syllabus. If you're starting year 11, maybe start organizing. Organization may be the difference between getting the top grade or the grade below, because it's so important and it determines how easily you find your revision, and as a result how much revision you get done, and as a result of that what grade or what outcome you have in the exam. So sorry guys, the camera basically was full on memory, so the angle may have changed, but as I was saying before, we've reached the end of my video. But as I was saying, I have a surprise for you guys, so stay tuned for this next segment. So I basically asked all my friends who've gone through GCSE results day just to send in a video of their top tip of advice. So here's a compilation of all their tips.
Hey, my name's Mackenzie and I am currently going into year 13 to continue my A-levels. I'm doing biology, maths and chemistry and hope to do medicine after my gap year. Don't be pressured into sharing your results with people that you don't want to share it with, because they're your results and you get to choose what to do with them. But when it comes to telling your parents how you did, go through it with them, sit down with them and explain how you thought you did in each of the exams and how is that reflected in what you've got. If you feel like you want to get a remark, always ask to get a remark, because in my case, 2 of my grades went up and I'm very gassed about it.
Hi guys, it's Wazim here. So my advice is that the night before, ensure that you do something to keep yourself preoccupied, such as spending time with family and friends or watching a movie. And also on the results day, when you get your results, if you've got 1 grade below or even 2 grades below, ensure that you speak to your teachers, as they might be lenient and still allow you to take that specific subject.
My advice to you on results day is to do something that makes you happy the day before. You know, hang out with friends, hang out with family, even if it's just binge watching your favourite TV show. During GCSE season, Big Bang Theory was my show. Some people think Big Bang Theory is not good, but I loved Big Bang Theory and it definitely helped me with results and everything. So find something that makes you happy, something that you can chill out to, and that will reduce your stress and everything.
So it's GCSE results day tomorrow. So with the day, the main thing is to remember, GCSE is never the end of the world. No matter how badly you think you've done, whatever the results come out to be, there's always a way out. Talk to your teachers, see what you can do. If you miss by certain grades or you don't get onto a certain course you want, there's always a way out. Talk to your parents and your teachers and see what can be done, because GCSEs don't define who you are.
Your GCSEs is the best opportunity for you to actually gain organisation skills. It will really help you when you end up doing like your A-levels and go into further education. So my biggest advice is that use your GCSEs as an opportunity to learn how to be organised.
Okay, so with GCSE results, I feel like it's so easy for students to feel like if they don't get the grades that they expected or get very high grades, that's the end of the world. But I feel like it's so important to emphasise that in our society there are so many opportunities that just because you didn't get amazing shiny grades, that doesn't mean that's the end of the world. So if you get grades that you didn't expect, don't panic, don't feel like this is it, because there are so many other paths that you can take that will still lead you to success and to the path that's, I guess, made for you or that's perfect for you.
So guys, another advice I have for you is that if you come from if you have very expecting parents like tomorrow, I just say don't let them get to you too much. All you can do really is go in there with the mindset that I did my best, I worked hard, I tried my hardest. That's all anyone can ever ask from you. They cannot ask you to give more than what you have. So if you think your parents are going to be disappointed, if you could think no matter how it goes, they're still going to be proud of you regardless. But as long as you know yourself in your head that you worked hard, you did what you could, then that's all there is to it. So I wish you all the best tomorrow. Good luck.
So yeah guys, this is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys found it useful, and hopefully it has helped you to panic less about results day. best of luck to all of you guys, and for you guys watching this on results day, feel free, if you're comfortable, to comment down how you did, and also to comment what you guys are planning to do next in terms of A-levels, apprenticeships, etc. On that note, I shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.